Okay, Chapter 9, Access. And be sure that you download both databases. Okay, but you don't need to open this one. You just need to open the H1 Planner. And we're going to import information from that. So I'm going to go to External Data. Notice this is an import link, and you might just have a little box right here that looks, well, it probably, I don't know. Anyway, you might have a little box here that you'll have to click on and then go to, that's on an import. Okay, but here you, like I said, there's a box and you have to select databases and then access probably. Okay, but we're going to click on access and then go to browse. And most of the time when you download things, they go into your download folder. And I'm going to click on Plan Items. And I only have a 1 there because I've downloaded it more than once. Okay, we're going to import tables. And notice I have 2 tables here. If I had stuff in here, they would be here also. So if I want to import, I've got to select it. Okay, we're going to select both of them, so I'm going to hit the Control key and select that. So notice I don't have a decorations table over here or an event items. Okay, but I've selected both of these. Going to click OK. I don't need to save my import. And now they're there. Alright. Okay, so let's open the client table. And we're going to select record 8. Okay, now this is in numerical order right now, but don't assume that, because if I were to delete this guy, then record 8 would actually be record 9. Okay, so if I want record 8, make sure that you're sitting on record 8 of whatever. Okay, and so we're going to change their address to 725 2nd Avenue. And then we can close the table. And now we're going to create a form to enter decorations into the decoration table. Okay, so I can just click on this. Don't double click on it. But we're just going to click on this and we're going to go create and just say form. And what this does is it takes all the items, all the field names in my decoration table and creates a basic form. Very, very basic. Alright, and we're going to change the title of the form to decorations. And then we're going to enter some data. So notice I can't enter in here. So if I try to click on it, okay, and that's because I'm in layout view. Or I can go to design view. Okay, I can't enter when I'm in one of these two. So if I want to enter data, so I was here. If I want to enter data, I need to go to the tab and right click and click on form view. Now notice I have 32 records out here. Okay, and we want to add new records. So I'm going to come over here to the new record button, click it, and now I have a blank form. But notice I have the word new here, and if I try to type in a number, I can't. Okay, so that means it's an auto number. It's going to automatically generate a number for me. So I'm just going to tab out of that field and go into decor item and type in balloons. Okay, and be sure to spell it correctly, because in a minute you're going to have a query and you're going to get nothing. And I'm going to tell you, if you email me, I'm going to tell you to make sure you spelled it right. Okay, double L, double O. And then miscellaneous, and quantity is 12, and the price is $1.99. Okay, and then the next one, balloons, white, miscellaneous, 12 and $1.99. All right, now you can close that. Oh, I didn't name it. Okay. FRM decorations. Okay. Now, well, where did it go? All right. There we go. My computer's just really slow. Okay, now we're going to create a query for Beth to use to retrieve information for all different balloon decorations available for events. So we're going to go to Create, Query Wizard. And all of them are going to be query until they tell you something different. Okay? So click OK. And we're going to use the decor ID, so that's not in the client table. So I'm going to go look in decorations. Well, I do have a decor ID, and I have a decor item, color, and quantity, and then price. Okay, so let's click next, and we're going to summary, that's fine. And then we're going to call this Query Balloon Decorations. And typically when you create one this way, you're always going to modify it. Okay, so I'm going to just say modify the design, finish, and then so we want to look for only balloons. Okay, so you're not going to find the word balloons under decor ID, but you might find it under decor item, right? So we're going to just type in balloons. Okay, now if I run this, I should have 5 records. The 2 that I entered, red and white, and then the ones that were there, silver, gold, and multi. If you have nothing, make sure you spelled balloons correctly here. If you only have 3, make sure you typed balloons correctly here. Okay, so if I misspelled one of these, alright, I'd just come back in here, scroll down, and modify it right here. Spell it correctly. Okay, if you spelled it wrong in your query itself, just come back in here and rename or redo it right here. Okay? Okay, close. And now we're going to create another query. Query design. Okay. And this time we're going to look at menu information. Okay, so again, I'm going to go select the table I want. And I think it's, nope. Menu choice, and we want the menu type, the cost per person, and the service type in that order. Okay, and next, and we're gonna have detail, and we're gonna call this one Query Buffet Meals. Okay, again, modify the design. Click Finish. And in our menu type, we're just going to say buffet. Now, if you don't know which one what's in there, you know, like if you're creating a table or a query and they don't have instructions for you, you might have to just go look at the table. All right, so I've got sit down and I've got buffet. Notice that. I have 2, 4, 5 different types of buffet. So typically when you open up a database, the first thing you really should do is look at every table. Okay, what's in here? Oh, okay, this is the event name, the date, you know. So you kind of evaluate what each table is doing. This is connecting the choice to the client. And this is all the client information. Okay, so these are fields. It's probably one thing I should tell you, since this might be your first time looking at Access. And these are records. So this is record. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, you'd want to look at each table just to see what's out there. Okay. So again, I'm going to, under my menu type in buffet. And then I'm going to run my query. Well, let's see. Sort the results by cost per person. So I'm going to go sort this. So there's the sort. Sort in ascending order, cost per person. And then run. Uh-oh. Buffet. Did I spell it wrong? No, this is great. Huh. Let's see. Oh, because it's not under menu type. See, here's the menu type. So buffet isn't there. Notice that. It's under service type. Okay, you probably got it and thinking I'm nuts. Okay, so I'm putting it under service type, and now I have 5 records. Alright, so close that. And we're going to create a report. So create a report wizard. And we want the event date. So we're going to go to the event table. We want the date, the name, start time, end time, location, and total attendees. Okay, so next. And we don't want any different grouping, but if I wanted to group it by date, I could do that. Okay, but we don't want that. So we'll just keep going, and then we're going to sort by event date. And then we're going to sort by event name. And next, we're going to change this to landscaped. And next, and we're going to call it RPT events. And typically you're going to modify your report too. Because notice it pulls in as the header, whatever you named the report task. Okay, so I'm going to change that to event report. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, so we can save this and close. If you want to look at it, event report. Okay, close, and then be sure to close your database when you're working, because if you notice, if I look at my downloads, I have 2 databases with the same name. Okay, now this one has a lock key on it. Okay, so if you accidentally grabbed this one and submitted it, you will get a 0 to about 7. Okay, you're going to panic and wonder why you got so low. You did everything. Well, nobody can open it if it's locked. So you must close your Access database. Then notice it, where did it go? It went to, there we are. Okay, now I only have one. Oops, I'm looking at this one. I only have one. Alright, so that's the one that I'm going to grab to submit. So go to Downloads, and my H1 planner from today. Click Open, and then Upload and Submit.